CSS front-end developer at Stone Commerce. It's my first talk in English. It's very exciting, but I've read a lot, so don't blame me for my mistakes. I'm doing my best. And today I want to show you some tricks how solve unusual problem. And let's start with block aspect ratio. Sometimes we need to create block with square or rectangular shapes, which keep his aspect ratio on any screen size. It can be a menu item, avatar, or image slider. It easily can be done in this way. If height of the block is not defined, then padding calculated from the apparent width. Next one, supports. This is a rule you can check if browser support any some CSS property or not, and also you can create conditions with logical operators like this one. Drop shadow. Sometimes we need to create ambient shadow over the icons, PNG images with transparency, or out of our tooltips, or another blocks going out from the parent block. The best way to do this is using the filter drop shadow. And filter drop shadow has advantages over box shadow because they can use browser acceleration for better performance. CSS variables. Now you can use CSS variables in all modern browsers. But interesting thing for this, they are available not only at block where you define them, but for all children. It gives you a possibility to manage pseudo elements at JavaScript, like on this demo with buttons and menu items. Vertical text. Like you hear from the previous topic, you can easily make vertical text with writing mode without rotating and other property. But writing mode, I will only text from the top to the bottom. If you need text with opposite direction, you can use this small hack with transform scale minus with negative value. That will flip the block mirrored. And the next one, browser behavior. A common task example for a landing page, scrolling to some logs by clicking anchor link. We can set page to doing smoothly by adding just scroll behavior smooth in CSS. And by the way, we can make this JavaScript by just adding behavior smooth to parameter for scrolling. And next one tricky task, I had one, it's process. I need to add overlay gradient for Google Map. First, my idea was add block on the top, but it will block access to the map. That exactly I did it. What I found, if we can set if element must be, we can choose if element will be target for mouse events or not using pointer events and touch events properties. If we define them none, then events go through the block and get to block below it. Parallax. Now you can create parallax effect with using CSS transformation like on this demo. The main idea is if you set perspective 1 pixel for the parent and translate that minus 2 pixels for the child, they can become further from the users and moving with another speed during scrolling. After that, we restore his size using scale. More about this approach you can read on this link below on Google developers website. And the last one, calc. It's math in CSS. Sometimes we need to create font size, to set font size, which depend from the screen sizes. But on the tablets, the best way to do, easily way to doing this is using font view per width as font units. But on the phones or tablets, font will be too small. With calc, we can write in this way and set minimal fonts for the block. Another way, it's a fake media query with calc. They depend not from the view per width, they depend from the parent block width. This expression may be too complicated, but main idea widths become very small or very big. And depending on that, block use min widths or max widths. This approach will work at emails, And if you, example, if you doesn't know where is block will be in the main column, in the side